What is happening, people? We've got a quick one today because I'm in a bit of a rush, hectic day today, going up to London. Got a load of stuff to do. Got to do another podcast with the RET lads, which leads me on to the topic of this video. I'm currently right now I'm sat in a car park with a laptop on my passenger seat, a camera on the dashboard propped up by some chewing gum and sun cream. And I've got a microphone and some headphones and an audio interface on in a packed out car park looking like an absolute fucking lunatic. But yeah, we don't care. It's all good. We don't care about that. What I'm going to talk about to you, what I'm going to talk to you, Jesus Christ, what I'm going to talk to you about today is, there we go, we got there in the end, about spreading yourself too thin and about not doing too much, which is almost sounds counterintuitive, and my own personal experience, and give you a little bit of information or insight in terms of what's happening to the podcast and share my thoughts and let me offload to you as a form of therapy and kind of, yeah, just speak to you off the cuff as we normally do. So when I first started doing these podcasts, I said to myself, I'd do one a week. Like when I came back with the podcast YouTube channel, etc., etc. If you're watching on the YouTube, what's up? If not, get on over to the YouTube. I said to myself, I will do one a week. And I've really struggled to get them out. Like, I'm doing a YouTube video a week. I'm doing a podcast a week. I'm doing actually 2 podcasts a week. I'm doing one with RET. I'm doing a RET video a week or an RET article a week. I've got coaching clients, and I'm also trying to release an EP as well, music wise. And I'm really, really, really struggling with my time and like finding time to do things. And I uploaded a YouTube video last week. I just fucking hated it. Like, I absolutely hated it. I didn't even want to upload it, but I only uploaded it because I had to upload it, because I said I'd upload every week. And then it like struck me. I had this like moment where it was almost like Groundhog Day. Like, I'd experienced that before when I was just trying to pump out YouTube videos and I was hating the content and everything was tanking. And I was just uploading stuff for the sake of uploading it, not because I liked the video, not because it's high quality, just because I said I would. And because I was trying to do so many things at once, I didn't have the time to film the videos, and then the content would suffer and the video would do shit. And then it'd be like, what's the point? And like, I think about this a lot. I think about how we're destined to repeat our behavior. There's a series actually called Dark on Netflix. I didn't finish it. I really want to finish it, and it's kind of like, it's based around, it's this German series. It's really good. I recommend you watch it. And it's based around this black hole that opens up in a town, and then everyone's like lives are all intertwined and repeating over again and again and again and again. But yeah, it makes me I've always wondered, like, are we destined to repeat the behaviors of our parents and our previous behaviors? And is that actually such a thing as free will? And can we really change our lives and like make a difference and do something different and change our behaviors and like core fundamental values? And it's something that I think about a lot. And I think you can, but it's fucking difficult. And you really have to be conscious and self-aware of what you're doing and your bad behaviors. You have to really seek them out. And for me, one of the things that has really negatively affected me and brought me failure over the last few years is spreading myself too thin and doing too many things at once. And I have this theory that, okay, when you start something, let's use me as an example. It's all about me. Let's say in my teenage years when I first started YouTube, I was at university. I was like 18, 19 when I first started doing like proper fitness YouTube, and it is going well. 18, 19 years old, all I was doing was YouTube and university. That was literally it. I didn't really go out. I didn't really like going out. I didn't go traveling a lot because I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't do like loads of things involving money. So my options were fairly limited, and I didn't have the knowledge to do other things, or I haven't tried enough things in my life to like realize that I had other hobbies and like to do other things as well. So all my time literally went on those 2 things. And don't get me wrong, it was an absolute like hassle. Like I was hustling, but it was like manageable and it was worth it. And I was conditioned that the more time you put into something, the more you're going to get out of it. So if you just spend all your time on something, or you just do something a lot, you're going to get good returns on it. And then as I become more successful, as I become richer, as I get more money, as I get more life experience, as I get more opportunities, more people wanting to collaborate with me, more people wanting to work with me on business, etc., etc., I become more known. I find I get all of these things thrown at me, all these things I want to do, or I have more freedom and more opportunity. And I've been conditioned just to say yes to everything and just do whatever you can. But because of the position that I'm in, I found that over the last few years that by saying yes to everything and by doing all these things and by taking on all these roles and doing all this shit, I'm basically spreading myself too thin. And I failed in the past because I've spread myself too thin. I haven't had the time. I felt like incredibly stressed and overworked, and I've almost felt like my life goes nowhere. Like I'm completely chock-a-blocked in a day, but I get nothing done. And it's like, what? Like, how does that, like, why is this happening now? And I've really picked it apart. I think it is literally just from taking on too many things. There's a book I read called Essentialism a while back, one of my favorite books, really, really good. And it goes over just this. And the idea is that you've only got so much time in a day. Like, we all understand that concept. You've only got so many hours. You've only got so much time. And you've only got a certain amount of things that you can actually do. So everyone wants to do everything. Everyone would like to do like 10, 11, 12 different things and be massively successful at them. But at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. Like, that is not possible. That is not going to work out. So you have to choose the few things that really matter to you, the things that you really want to do well on. You have to choose those and then let everything else suffer, or just like neglect everything else to an extent, or just not do it. And at the end of the day, man, you can't have it all. Like, you cannot have it all. It's a horrible pill to swallow, but there is only a few things that you can do and get good at. Like, if you want to do everything, you're going to fail at everything. And that's kind of what I've come to realize recently. Like, if I'm trying to do everything, I'm going to fail at everything. So I've got to be brutal. Like, 2021, I said, is going to be the year of cutting things out. So it's like the year where I ruthlessly say no to things. I cut things out. I give things up that aren't benefiting me, that aren't benefiting the main things that I care about. And I said that I'd upload a YouTube video a week, and I'm going to do that. Like, I really want to do that and make it go well. But in order to do that, I need to really be careful about my time. Like, the things I care about this year are music, YouTube, and family. So I want to release an EP very, very soon. Been struggling for time with that. I want to get a YouTube video. I want to get YouTube successful, like actually doing well. I want to get to 250,000 by the end of the year. If I don't, I'm probably going to sack it off. And like, to do those things, I really need to invest some time in them. And a podcast takes like a day to do. Like, I have to find someone to record. Obviously, I'm in my car right now. I have to set everything up. I have to roughly think about what I'm saying. If it's about a book, I have to take notes from the book. I have to upload it. I have to edit it. I have to edit the video together. I have to put everything together. If I'm doing it for someone else, I have to arrange a time, schedule a time with someone else. It is long, man. It is long. And then that's like 1 to 1.5 days. That's already like 1/6 to 1/7 of my week gone. I run 2 different companies, RET, Motec Labs. I pretty much do everything for Motec Labs at the minute, bar the warehouse stuff, which our warehouse does. There is a lot that I'm doing, and I've realized that I'm spreading myself too thin, and everything is starting to slip away again. I refuse to let that happen. So it's kind of like bittersweet. Well, I don't know what's sweet about it, but the podcasts, I will not be uploading a weekly podcast. Just letting you guys know that's not going to be happening because I'm going to be prioritizing YouTube and other things. That does not mean that I will not be doing a podcast a week. We actually do a podcast a week on RET, Bro Evolution Training, me, Tom and Alex, and quite frankly, like, I enjoy it a lot more with the boys because it's not so self-centered about me. It's like nice to actually have a conversation with the lads. RET, Real Evolution Training, we do a podcast on there, and we'll be doing a podcast on there still every single week. That absolutely slaps. We've got some big things coming with that. And there's actually a YouTube channel, an RET YouTube channel as well, where we put the podcasts for free, or like 80%, maybe like 60% of the podcasts up there for free. Still like an hour of content. And on the site, the RET site as well, there's actually a free trial. So like, if you wanted to listen to everything for free, you can anyway. But we do have like it is a paid membership site. RET is a membership site for community, for trading plans. We've got absolutely shit tons of trading plans. I don't want to make this podcast an ad. Shit tons of videos on like games, social skills, improving your life, improving your fitness, diet, etc. Exercise libraries, mate. It is so underrated, the website, and I want to put more time into that and give it the recognition that it deserves, etc., etc. Motec Labs as well, and my own YouTube channel. But the kind of the moral of the story for myself is that every option you have is a trade-off. Every single thing you do is a trade-off. This is Mike peaking. Yeah, it's peaking. Fuck. Oh well. Everything you do is everything you say yes to, you're saying no to something else. It is inevitable. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it is what I've quickly come to understand and realize about life, is that there is nothing you do right now that everything is a sacrifice. And it's just about sacrificing the things that matter less for the things that matter more. So getting rid of the things that aren't as important, that aren't going to have such an impact, that aren't going to affect lives in such a way. Sacrificing the things that matter less over the things that matter more is exactly what I'm going to do. And it's kind of why this podcast is not going to be weekly anymore. And I'm not just going to fade away with it. I will keep it going, but yeah, that's where we're currently at. But like I said, RET, we're still doing a weekly podcast. Like, what was I thinking? Thinking I could do 2 weekly podcasts, 2 weekly videos, like shoot, edit, film, and then that for the podcast and the weekly videos, have like not a shit ton, but have a lot of coaching clients as well, have a business that I'm running, Motec Labs, and then run social medias, etc., and other things, and release an album this year. Like, dude, that is too much shit. That's not gonna work. So yeah, prioritize, trade off. It's a brutal fact of life, but choose the things that really matter to you, and like only choose like a top 3, because like at the end of the day, everyone wants to do everything. But that's not going to happen. And if you try and do everything, you are going to fucking fail at everything. And I'd rather succeed at a few meaningful things and sacrifice another few things than fail at absolutely everything. And on that note, I'm going to go and buy some chicken, cook the chicken, and then travel to London and do some shit. But yeah, that's where we're at, people. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, weekly podcasts are still on RET. If you miss me too much, they are still completely for free on the RET YouTube channel as well. So peace out. I love you to bits. Get involved on the YouTube if you don't already, because big things are coming. What everyone says. Really small, underwhelming, boring things are coming. Do not subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're subscribed, you might as well just unsubscribe to it right now. Yeah, but anyway, peace out. I love you to bits. Thank you. Good night.